Well, her political future is hanging on by a thread this morning, but Jacinta Allan could be forced to stand down in a matter of hours. It is understood the majority of the Victorian Premier's colleagues want her to step down, but Ms Allan is vowing to fight for her leadership. Today's challenge comes just 4 months out from the next state election, and for more on this, we are joined now by Neil Mitchell, political commentator and host of Mitchell Unlimited, live in Melbourne. Good morning to you, Neil. This is one holy mess at the moment. How do you see this playing out in the next few hours?
Well, it is an awful mess. Politicians like their place in history. If Jacinta Allan doesn't stand down, she'll go down as the person who wrecked Labor, blew up the party and damaged Victoria. And remember, we're the important people in this. What about the people of Victoria? If she doesn't stand down, if there's a contest, it has to go to the membership for a vote, which takes 4 to 5 weeks. It's at least 28 days. And neither contestant, Ben Carroll or Jacinta Allan, can act in an official capacity, so they can't be Premier. So you put in an acting Premier from somewhere, the party goes into stasis, into suspended animation, in the middle of an election campaign. It's nonsense. She must step down, do the decent thing.
Yeah, it's not what Victorian voters want right now. Look, is Ben Carroll the answer? So if Jacinta Allan, she's on the nose, we've got this 71% dissatisfaction polling here for her right now. Ben Carroll, though, he was a Dan Andrews loyalist. He has been her deputy. How is he the answer? How is he the fresh start the party needs?
Well, he's not Mr Charisma, is he? But he's a decent man. He's not a Dan Andrews loyalist. In fact, he's even said publicly he's no fan of Dan Andrews. He's been a voice behind the scenes for a couple of years here, arguing against softening bail laws, arguing to have a Royal Commission into corruption, wanting a second look at the suburban rail link and possibly an airport rail link. He's actually been a sensible voice behind the scenes. He's going to be hard to sell, I agree, but I think he's got more chance of saving the furniture than Jacinta Allan. Much more.
Neil, is there sort of a sense of natural attrition here? We saw it in the Bracks-Brumby era. These governments can go for so long and then voters just want to freshen up.
I think it's a big part of that. It's interesting you mentioned Bracks too. He's been a mentor to Ben Carroll, while Andrews has been a mentor to Jacinta Allan. So it's the old war horses in a sense. Yeah, look, the government has run out of energy, but she has not been leading it well. Dan Andrews was a political bully, there's no question about that, and he did it successfully. She's been slippery rather than a bully, and she hasn't answered questions. She's refused to recognise this problem with corruption on the big bill, refused to call the Royal Commission, and just made the bail laws an example, just made a series of bad decisions and delayed correcting them. She has lost the trust of the public. They doubt her integrity, rightly or wrongly, and you won't rebuild that. If she doesn't go, they've had it.
So you think that regardless of this outcome here, is this infighting? Is it going to move the needle ahead of November's election?
I think it'll move the needle. I don't think it'll win the election, although One Nation is still that unknown quantity here in Victoria, very much so. And Jess Wilson, the opposition leader, isn't a mile in front. I think it will help Labor. But I'm much more interested in what can be done now to help the people of Victoria. We are in a mess. Potholes, debt, hospitals clogged. Something needs to be done, whether it's a Ben Carroll government or it's a Jess Wilson government. We really need to start to govern for the people of Victoria and stop playing these stupid games.
Yep, regardless, a big few hours coming up. Neil Mitchell, thank you. Here's Nate.
Thanks, David.